Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Billy from Amplifying Happiness, and today we're going to go over why grades don't matter. Get them out of your head, because this is what really matters. A lot of my audience right now is going through school, whether that be college or high school or middle school, whatever. You're going through institutionalized education, which means you're striving for that GPA. You are working as hard as you can, working your butt off to make mom and dad proud at home, and putting yourself through hell just to get to the next level. You're working your way up, you're trying to get into the college of your dreams, trying to get into grad school, trying to further your education and get a job after it, and you believe that it's all riding on that GPA, that number on a paper. Well, if you haven't figured it out already, that number doesn't describe you. It doesn't matter how hard you work for that 4.0. All that matters is that you're going about it your way. Why is it that the average GPA of the 1% is right around a 2.7? And you're out here dying for that 4.0 because you think that'll bring success. Clearly those things don't match up. Success comes in many different factors, and being the 1% doesn't entirely mean that is successful. You can be successful in many different facets, but if you're looking to be that 1%, realize those two things don't link together. Don't worry what your classmates got. That has nothing to do with you. Work on yourself. If the person sitting next to you got an A, that's amazing for them. Maybe that'll help them on their journey, but you gotta look at yours. And yours is different. Yours is individualized for you. And that number on the paper does not define you. This is the other thing. If you're saying, oh, well, GPA doesn't really matter, why even try? There's a difference between trying your hardest and overworking yourself just to get the grade, just because you think that is what will get you into the next step, because it's not. So much is riding on the personality inside of you and also the experiences you have. Make those work for you, not the GPA that you're working so hard for. People spend all their time working on the next step to help them get there. What about working on that next step? Just doing that. If you're in college right now and you spend, 80 hours a week working on your work, studying, going to classes, doing all of that, just because you think that's going to give you a job in the future, you're wasting your time. Why don't you spend half of that time applying to jobs, going to places that are hiring and showing your face, doing things that will actually get you to that next step, not working your butt off for something that you don't really care about. You could be going through classes saying, I need to get an A in calc, but you hate calc. Why are you spending 10 hours a week on calculus when you hate it? Clearly that's not bringing you any joy. Spend that on things you like to do. Maybe your parents will get upset, or the people around you like, oh, why didn't you do well in that class? I didn't like it. That's all you gotta say to them. I didn't like the class and I didn't think it would propel me forward. So next time you fail your exam, don't think it's the ender of all. Because really, that GPA only affects you for where you are right now. If you're in middle school and you're looking to get into a private high school or anything like that, once you get there, they're not gonna ask what your GPA was. Same for high school. Once you get through high school, I was a 4.0 kid in high school. Get to college, doesn't matter. And it's the same for when you're in college. If you're in college, 4.0, 3.9, I'm working my butt off just for that. Once you get a job, they're not gonna ask you that. Even in job interviews, they're not really even going to ask you about your GPA. They're gonna ask about what you know. So work on what you know. Work on what you love to do, not work on the grade. Because the grade is not who you are. Ask yourself why you need to learn these subjects and if it will actually help you. Will it inform you on the subject that you'll need for the rest of your life? Maybe it will. Then go hard at it. This doesn't mean waste your time. Use that time that you were allotting to studying and really pushing for that A that you need, and change that. Rework that time into something that can benefit you. Something that will make you happy, something that will change your life. Do things that you love, not the things that you hate. Because a lot of the people that are listening to this look forward to that weekend. Oh, they want it so bad. They just want the weekend to come. Friday's here, last class, let's go, I'm done. You know what that meant? That meant you hated the rest of the week. That meant you just despised the rest of the time that you spent up to that point just because you wanted to go hang out with friends. You wanted to get out of your niche, your routine that you're in, because really, that routine's not working for you. Think of the system differently. Think of where you want to be and then work to that. Do not make that GPA the requirement for that. Use what you got. Don't overwork yourself. Because really, the leading cause for stress while you're going through school is school. You're so bummed out that you're even going there, and that, oh, I gotta study for this exam tonight. If I don't, I'll fail, and the rest of my life is ruined. The spiral continues because you make it continue. End it. Don't be belittled by the number that's coming up on your report card. Show what you got here, because that matters so much more. I'll see you next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this around, because I'm sure a ton of your friends out there need it.